It's just Mohammed. So we are currently live. So hello everybody, welcome to um, the season opener, OBF1. I hope you are good, and I'm with Kieran today.
Yep, hello. I am currently ill.
Man's got some disease.
The way you word that just makes me sound like I am dying, which I am, but I'm coping. Can't wait to commentate on this Tier 2 season opener at USA.
Tell me, Kieran, is it COVID?
Not COVID this time.
This time. Someone
Well, I
at
mean,
Mohammed and tell him he's got a minute. Joking, I'm not that nasty. So, we got some new drivers today in Unbuild Pump 8, and I'm just going to call him Unbuild. We got Team Red,
yeah.
he had his first race with us in France, our last race as well. And we got Greenman 19, obviously raced in France as well, but didn't get off to a great start. Can they improve? Will they improve? What do you
Um,
reckon?
hmm. Oh well, let's hope for a clean race, because obviously going down into turn 1 is going to be... Obviously races aren't won at turn 1, because there's lots of laps ahead, so let's hope for a good clean race and no safety cars in this Tier 2 season opener.
We are at the
What's,
US of A. Carry on.
what's your overall take on this opening race? What are your, like...
This opening race, let's see. So we no longer have Marshall, we no longer have M. Chandler, we no longer have AJM, or Schnitzy, the Tier 2 champion winner last season. If you can tell them to ready up in chat while I sort out YouTube, please, because
Yes.
it's going to be interesting, because them four got promoted to Tier 1 last season. We've had difficulty filling the grid for Tier 2 this season. We're missing one in Tier 1. And we're missing...
Yeah.
We've got 13 drivers, so we're missing 7 seats. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can actually fill it up or not.
Yeah, let's hope we can, but obviously we want clean racers in this league. We don't want anyone that doesn't know how to judge the braking zone. And obviously don't turn into each other, so just hoping for a good race today.
Obviously, oh, do you know what I thought would have been a good idea? I think, no, I'll think about it next race.
Righto.
Um,
So as we get ready to go into qualifying.
I'm surprised Neil Moser hasn't said evening lads to us.
Yeah,
For
where
that,
are you,
Neil.
Neil?
Let's not break this tradition, please, Neil. We miss you.
Please, Neil.
We need friends. We need company. So we are getting
Indeed we do.
underway for qualifying. Oh my god. Season 4!
Indeed.
We
Can't
love
wait for
season.
it to get started.
It looks like it's going to be a... Oh, it's not loaded yet. Never mind. Silly goose. What's the weather looking?
Silly goose.
It's going to be a dry qualifying for our 10 out of 13 drivers. What are you expect? Obviously, you haven't been there for the trials. Obviously, you're studying for the uni now.
Hmm.
How do you... Who do you think is going to top the timing sheet in this qualifying session?
Well, we got a mix of new drivers, so I don't know how these new drivers will perform. But obviously, I have a sense of the usual drivers that are in. But I think I'm probably gonna go for a wild card here. I'm gonna go for Invader to top the timings.
Invader.
It's
Interesting.
a complete guess, but let's hope he can make me proud and top the timings in this qualifying session. What about you?
Well, obviously I've seen some of the new guys trial.
Hmm.
Um, I was there firsthand when they were being trialed, so I know what I can expect from their pace. And
Yeah.
I've got a sneaky suspicion Unbuild will be a dark horse.
Yeah, because obviously I don't know how these new drivers. Obviously, it's very exciting for them to start in OBF1. So it's going to be very exciting to make their debut. Personally, around this track, obviously, I think Sector 1 is going to be a very tricky sector for the drivers to nail on, because obviously you got them lots of connecting fast corners. Get the entry wrong, and then that just messes up your racing line, so it's going to be very interesting.
Indeed. Um, Before we get any flying laps underway, what's your opinion on what has happened? The chat about the Silverstone Grand Prix, and obviously a certain driver that has now been told he can't race at Silverstone.
Some will see it as a political movement, which, personally, I think it is, because of what's going on. Obviously, we're not here to discuss that, obviously. My political views are obviously my own, not OBF1's. But other than that, it's very disappointing for that driver, because obviously he is not directly involved.
That we know
But
of.
that we know of, yes, of course.
Conspiracy theories.
But obviously, we will wait and see, because obviously he's not going to be able to race at the British Grand Prix. He could have won that race. We don't know, obviously. He could have won it. But it's very controversial, I find, that politics shouldn't have a place in motorsport, realistically. It should just be about the sport itself and not decided by people of higher power to decide the movement of what's going on in the world.
Early prediction, Moss or Neil Motza for the race win, emoji thumbs up.
So we have an early prediction. I'm gonna assume, oh, it's from El Shakal. Early prediction, he said Mosh or Neil Mozza for the race win.
Oh, okay.
That's a spicy prediction. Obviously, Mosh is pretty much an OBF1 veteran at this point. He's been here since season 1, I believe. And Neil's been here since season 3, so he's still pretty fresh off the block. But we have got our first lap time. It is Neil Mozza in that sexy papaya orange McLaren. 134.3 on the medium tyres, as Team Red sets a 134.2 and Wraitho sets a 133.8. On the soft tyres, we have a Haas coming across the line now in Invader with a 133.48. So the first two times they're separated by about 4/10, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Season 2, but he is a legend.
Mosh is season 2, so he's still a veteran. Thank you for that, Pete. So it's gonna be interesting now to see how the new guys have are going, because the only one that hasn't set a lap at the minute that we are used. There's a few that haven't set a lap. It's a bit of a split between, as Neil has invalidated. Mank is gone wide. He's letting a few cars go past. Very nice of him. We'll have a look at Unbuild, shall we, Kieran?
Yes.
He's new to OBF1. This is his first race, as he takes it very cautiously through the S section there. He has set a purple sector 1 though.
So he is going faster, going into sector 2 here.
Is it just my screen that just looks really slow? Was it some internet connection issues when you pause the game? Connectivity issues, low bandwidth. Ah, oh, shut up. Don't get Vodafone, guys, honestly.
Yeah, please don't.
It's a load of goose nipples.
Sheep, you should say.
No, Vodafone's not Welsh. So, Anvil looking very smooth through the last couple of corners. Is he going to invalidate through the blind right-handers? He doesn't. Is the car in front of him going to get in the way, the Aston Martin? He doesn't. The Aston Martin of Mike is getting out the way nicely. I think he's pitting, to be fair. Taking it very easy. He takes it a lot over that curb there. That's a little dangerous as it is a bit slippery. He's only good enough for 5th place here, so he's got a lot of room to improve. So if I'm right, he was very cautious through the start of Sector 2.
Yeah, he was very cautious there to not lose traction there. But obviously there's a lot more potential than that in him. Speaking of which, he is 6/10 up on his previous time here, so he is going quicker. Through Sector 1, but I believe he will be coming into the pits, I believe.
Saying that as Grayman 19 has set purple Sector 2 and he's spun on the right-handers in Sector 3. That is not what he's going to want. Them tyres are going to be cooked. He was on for a good lap there as well by the looks of it with the purple Sector 2. Who else has not set a lap? Let's have a look at Mohamed Guna. He has invalidated. We won't have a look at him then. We'll have a look at Sanchez in the Alpha Tauri. Obviously, a big massive driver swap in terms of teams before the start of this season. And Sanchez goes P10. No. P5. Thanks for the little glitch in the top right screen. Bloody Codemasters. So he set that lap.
Codemasters.
Oh, you do? They're bloody marvellous. Look at the shadows. The game looks pretty nice. It's just buggy.
Vodafone sucks more sheep than Siren.
Who's Siren? My PlayStation just called me Siren.
Simon?
Siren.
Siren?
Siren.
Oh, I think they're mentioning your name.
They are. They mentioned it in chat. I haven't seen the comment yet, but it was mentioned. Let's have a look. Let's go on live chat. Mank has retired from the session.
In the pits. So he's probably done for this session. He's probably had enough.
He's probably packing his bags and hoping for a good race. P8 is an interesting place to be happy with. Maybe he doesn't think he can improve, even though he set his lap time on the mediums. Maybe it's a strategy to stay at the back because of the tight left-hand nature kind of thing, the sharp turn of turn 1. It's going to be interesting to see why he's done that. Maybe we won't know, but he's done it. It's a bit like UFOs. Are they real? Are they not?
You put me on the spot, yeah? Like, I don't want to cause controversy in the comments.
Right, we're on about UFOs now, not Russia, so you're alright.
Well, I mean, are they real or not? Or are they just proposed by the American government?
Alright, we're getting into governments again.
Politics, see?
Well,
There's Rico. He goes up into P2 with a 133.4. So he's only 2,000th off Invader there. Wow. 2,000th. Jesus.
That's pretty good. But back to the topic of UFOs. A carrier bag could be classed as a UFO. It's just an unidentified object. Now, if I had said a flying saucer, it would have been a different story. That is a controversial topic because not many people agree. There's a lot of conspiracy theories, Area 51 and that. Who actually attended the invasion in Area 51? It's probably Was you there?
It's probably Russia. It's probably some Russian agent.
A granny got arrested for it. Do you know that?
A gran.
A granny. An American granny got arrested at Area 51 because of that
Wow.
plan to invade it. She
Wow.
actually tried it. Now, if you fly to Area 51 on a flight sim,
Mm-hmm.
the men in black will turn up at your house, apparently.
Right.
There's a load of stories about them. Not the film guys, the actual, like, we're going to cover up any
Oh,
sort
he
of
goes
surveillance.
massively wide there. He doesn't invalidate. Wow.
Who are you watching?
Team Red here. I'm not so sure about that. He did not invalidate. He went very wide coming out the last corner, but he does improve by 200ths on his time there.
Talking about controversy, did he invalidate, did he not? We won't know, but you can find out on OBF1 Plus.
OBF1 Plus, don't forget, it's a new subscription service.
No, I'm kidding. We hate the Sidemen.
Shout out Sidemen, shout out all the boys.
Maybe in a couple of years when we get like billions of subscribers.
Billions, yeah?
Talking about subscribing, most of you watching aren't subscribed, so click that red button down below. It is totally free, and it'll help us out big time. And
It does indeed.
obviously, if there's enough of you subscribed, why not join in? Click the Discord link in the About section. It is a lifetime link, so it will take you straight to our league if you want to get involved. I just heard my PlayStation say something, but my chat hasn't updated yet. Pete said he is
Greyman
subscribed.
comes across the line and says a 134.7, so he goes up into P5. A pretty decent lap from Greyman, yeah?
It is, and well, El Shakal, your prediction could be wrong, mate. We've got Marsha down in 8th at the minute, and Neil. Where's Neil? Neil in 4th. But Kieran, your little guess at
What?
Invader, he's currently sitting on provisional pole.
Yeah, let's not curse it at the moment, commentators curse.
That's
Let's
my
not
job.
do it. Please don't. Please. It's not looking good.
He's currently... We don't need to talk about the livery or the sponsors on the car. If there was an option to remove them, we'd probably use it. Do you want to discuss the banning of CDM from racing in
Oh,
events?
he goes even quicker. He goes 8/10 quicker than his previous time. Not 8/10, sorry, 4/10 quicker than his previous time. Brilliant there. Let's go, Invader. Making my prediction come true so far. As you were saying?
Right, so we just got a comment saying I thought your job was spinning, Kieran. For future information, last season I only spun three times.
Three twice.
3 times in 15 races, compared to my usual 3 times a race. So I'm on the up. Alright, just watch. We've got USA in Tier 1 after this, commentated on yours truly, by Kieran Williams. Not Kieran
Yes, that
Rees.
is me.
I shall be
Well done.
I shall be setting the track times alight in my Alfa Romeo because it's got speed. Marsh, though, has invalidated another lap. He's not using race insights by the sounds of it. Oh, that reminds me, I need to contact them. And, yeah. I'll have an important business chat to them.
Ooh.
But Bill Bumper's gone a second quicker, but it's still only good enough for P8. He is on 2 lap old softs. So, is he struggling for grip around this circuit? What do you reckon?
I think so. He just needs to As we get down to the final 2 minutes, I think he just needs to find some time where he can gain some time in certain corners and improve his time.
You were talking about CDM? Is he banned because he is from the big country?
As Neil, I just realised. I don't know if you realised Neil went
It's
up
in
into P2.
discussion. CDM is in discussion at the minute.
No, he isn't actually
Right.
banned.
Wait, there's chat in the sponsor. Yeah, Jim, I was gonna see how long I can make it last. Damn you. So, Kieran.
Yes.
Fuck Putin.
Oh,
Hello?
Jesus Christ. Check the comments when you can.
Is it anything good or is it anything bad?
Well, Jim just said something very spicy.
Oh, I know, now I'm interested. Is it anything to do with that certain dish?
It's a bit chilly. Especially in St. Petersburg.
I like Kieran.
Wait, who did you say?
Jim. Little Jim.
Oh, the hashtag? Are we talking about that hashtag, yeah?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say it. The hashtag sponsor. Hashtag ass.
Sorry, I got interrupted then by someone very rude. I just did hashtag ad, hashtag sponsor, what have I missed?
I have to say it.
Peter likes you, you better watch out.
Oh god.
ILL say
Oh boy.
fuck Putin.
As we wrap up qualifying now. And it looks like my prediction has come true, unless if Team Red or Sanchez can beat his time.
I'm looking at Sanchez now, he's on the medium. I don't think he's going to beat his time, to be honest. He's on old mediums. I don't understand why he's done 4 laps on them. Because that's going to slow him down at the start of the race. I was going to say tomorrow.
Tune in tomorrow.
Don't actually tune in tomorrow, we're not actually thing.
We're not actually here.
You can find out in 10 minutes when the race starts, you know that? Yes.
Yes.
Medium soft is possible round here.
Medium soft is possible, but he's already done 5 laps on them mediums, Jim. Which is going to be very... thing. So, top 10. Invader in the Haas in first, Neil Moser in second, Ratho in third, Team
Never
Red in
mind
fourth,
then, emoji happy tears.
Marsh in fifth, Grayman in sixth, Sanchez seventh, Unbuild in eighth. I did not realise he's Welsh. We have another Welsh guy in this league. Up the Sheepshaggers. 9th, Mank, and 10th, Mohammed.
Needs to massage those tires now, Sanchez. I wouldn't he go on the hards. From what I remember they are shit.
There's a lot of talk about hard stuff in the chat. I don't want to know what that's about, guys. Keep that to yourself. Thank you. So we're just waiting for the drivers to select the strategies now, Key. You, Invader on pole.
Yeah, it's looking really good for him. But all important place is now the race, so let's hope he can keep it up during the race and hope there's no turn 1 incident.
And obviously we got a very sharp, more than 90-degree turn, almost 180-degree turn for T1. It's almost 180. I believe it's 176 degrees in total, as we have 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are away for the opening round of the Tier 2 Championship in OBF1. Invader gets off to a flying start. He manages to keep his Haas in P1 as Neil Moser gets a good start. There's a lot of contact of people rear-ending each other. There's 2 cars gone wide there, the McLaren and the Ferrari. That wasn't a very great start from them, but Invader is nearly a second ahead already, and he's only in Sector 1. What a great start Invader has had. Neil Moser is down in 8th now. Mohammed has gained a position, I think. Yeah, we've got Wraitho, who's lost 10 positions. 7 positions, sorry. I was looking at where he actually was. Yeah, ignore me, please, thanks. But it's going to be interesting now to see how these drivers manage to handle the 28 laps. Obviously, soft medium is possible, it's only 28 laps. But they've got to battle a lack of grip, because this track is notoriously difficult with the amount of grip it provides the drivers. As Neil Moser and Mank are battling for position. Obviously, I think someone went very wide. I think it was Unbuild then that went wide. But, well, they're going side by side now as they come into quite a part, quite a tight part of the track here, and this is helping Neil, because them two are battling non-stop. Neil will have an advantage coming onto the straight, especially with the ERS. There's overtaking. Mohammed's gained another position there. Kind of missed what was happening, but we got 2 of the Ferraris going to be battling each other. There's one pitting, one is pitting, Mosh is pitting. Has he got damage?
I'm not too sure. I think he did from the contact. I'm not sure if he had contact.
That is a
Track
possibility.
limits through Sector 1 are gonna be brutal.
Oh yes, we love a bit of track limits. I'm surprised nobody's got a time penalty yet around here, because I'm gonna be one of the ones like 2 laps in and I've got a massive time penalty, as Mosh has got a challenge now to catch up them 30 odd seconds. But so far the field looking very separated. Invader pulling a massive gap.
You best not, mate.
Sorry Jim, I know I'm your teammate, but I gotta do what Kieran does best.
What's that?
Track limits.
Team Alfa Romeo.
Track
all the
limits,
way,
track
haha.
limits!
Oh, he's gone wide. Is that Glock going slowly?
Or is that Mr. Series gone wide?
Mr. Wide, they're gonna call me next.
Oh god. But yeah, it's been a good start for Invader here.
Oh, Sanchez has spun.
Oh no.
Sanchez hasn't got any damage. He managed to save it, but he's spun. He's lost a bit of talent there. Invader set the fastest lap.
Invader must be loving life.
Oh, he is. Invader's look at him. In the Haas, P1, questionable livery, hashtag fuck Putin. So it's looking like a very steady grid at the minute. It's very separated. We got Mohammed and Mank battling. Obviously, they were in Season 3 as well, so they know how each other drive. We got Grayman trying his best to keep up with Team Red.
Can we call the Haas the fuck Putin machine?
Yes. What do you think about that, Key? That was a bloody brilliant name for the Haas. What do you reckon,
What?
Key? The fuck Putin machine.
Russia Haas.
I mean, if that's what you think, then go for it. Obviously, I'm not getting involved in any political drama.
CDM, you keep that up, mate. You will be banned from racing in OBF1 for life. Man put Russia in capital letters and then hashtag Haas.
Yeah, get out of here. Invaders already pulled a 3-second gap. Wow.
Invader must be from the US because looks like a walk in the
It is
park.
not political when Putin is a twat.
Someone just said I in chat.
That was CDM.
CDM doesn't know anything. He's too young. He'll be drafted into Russia next week. Because if you didn't know, he's got a Russian connection, you know, CDM. That's all we're gonna say for now. As we watch Neil Marzer on the...
MREs. Make sure you go down.
I didn't hear what that said. We gotta go meow as Neil Marzer is behind Unbuild. He will have the DRS. He's gonna try and make a move. He's gonna say meow as he goes
make
past.
It sound like I have some dodgy thing now.
You do have a dodgy thing, mate. Your head teacher knows about it as well. CDM. It's been released on the internet. I won't say no more. I won't say no names, and I won't say no locations, so no one gets in trouble.
CDM, it makes you drive faster. You should try it sometime. Emojis.
You just cut yourself. Oh, there's been. Oh no!
Invader, what's happened? How has Invader dropped down to third? I completely missed that.
He spun, I believe, coming out of the final corner. Oh no, he's doing so well.
Invader with a George Russell helmet spun, and he had a 3-second gap. He's got no wing damage, but his tyres are very hot as you slide in through that S section, trying to catch up to Grayman. He's going to be on a mission now to get rid of these softs and get onto the mediums in the next couple of laps. Not yet though, it's too soon. He's lost another position. Oh no, he's got the position back off Neil Marzer. Got the Alfa Romeo of Unbuild.
This spinning traditions.
Yes, there was traditions. Spinning, but that has spiced up this race a little bit, as we have Unbuild, Neil, and Invader fighting for P3. As Neil goes for the moves on Invader, Neil makes the move stick. Neil is in front. Can you carry on talking a sec? I need to clear my throat.
Yeah, sure. As we got an interesting battle between Neil and Invader and Bump and Build. As Team Red has pulled out almost a 3-second gap to Grayman, battle for P1, so it's looking very good for Team Red at the moment. As Neil is ahead of Invader here, so Invader's looking to gain some positions.
Is Ralph there?
Yes, Ralph is currently here in the room. Okay, my sheep is here. Wait, that's for a discussion for the staff chat. Thank you very much. I'll tell you how it was later. So we got Neil Marzer on the back of the Alpine, looking.
I thought Ralph was dead.
No. It's Ralph 2.0. Nah, CDM, you just think everyone's dead because you're Russian. That's what it is. That's what you want to think. You sad, sad boy. But back to the action. We got Neil Marzer with the DRS making a move on Grayman nicely. He's flying past the Alpine, saying meow, 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 meow. There was a big.
Was there any contact there?
No, it didn't look like there was contact. I might have missed that, but it didn't look like there was. But I could be mistaken.
Or it could be desync with Codemaster's game.
There's always that possibility as well. We know this game is full of desync issues sometimes. They still haven't fixed it, I don't think, but I mean, let's just hope they fixed it for F1 2022. It's going to be interesting to see how these drivers handle the new cars, to be fair, in the new game. But let's not focus about that now, because we've got Season 4 ahead of us.
As Team Red is leading this race at the moment for an unfortunate spin of Invader, so Team Red, obviously Neil's powering through. He's looking to close that gap of 2 seconds on Team Red here, the battle for P1, and it's looking really good. But a few drivers getting penalties, I'm assuming for track limits there. So obviously this track is dangerous for track limits.
Danger!
Even though I'm very slow. Even though I'm very slow around here.
I am not the fastest. I
prefer Team Blue.
Someone just said they prefer Team Blue. I don't know who said that in chat, but of course it would be CDM. CDM, no one cares what your opinion is. It's irrelevant, mate. As the Invader and the Greenman are battling for P3, they go side by side going up the DRS straight, and Invader gets the position. So that's going to leave Greenman fighting, trying to get the win. He's trying to push his nose through. Yes, Team Papaya is best team. No doubt about it. Especially the car this year. Oh my god, that McLaren is sexy. Let's not talk about that though. We'll have an issue. As Grayman dives...
really jinxed Invader there.
Grayman and Invader both dived into the pits, so they're not going to try to undercut. That's left and Build get P3. Welcome Paul Harrison to the chat. It's been a long time, mate. Mohammed, Gunnar and Ratho, they're swapping positions. I believe one was in the... Oh, they're all in the pits. They swapped positions in the pits. There must have been a wing change or something there, as Mosh gets a 3-second time penalty for L track limitos. He's on 5-lap old medium, so he's not going to be looking to pit at all until around lap 18, lap to 20. And finish this race probably on the softs, I believe. But at the minute we have got a battle for the lead. Team Red and Neil Morza. The Papaya car going now straight past Team Red, gets the move done, and he takes the lead of the race. But Team Red's got the position back off him.
Wow.
Neil
Brilliant
Morza,
racing there.
it was great racing, but Neil Morza seems to be struggling on these 7-lap old softs. Is his tyres falling off? And is Team Red managing his tyres a lot better than Neil? That's what the question is, I believe here. What's the ERS status on both cars? Neil very low on ERS, while Team Red still has a bunch of ERS to use. That could play pivotal at the end of the race. Obviously, and Build going into the pits now, and Neil Morza trying to make the undercut work on the drivers that pitted before them. No, the overcut, sorry. Silly goose. Man,
Oh,
there's a
as
spin.
Sanchez has crashed into the pit wall entry.
It's okay, Sanchez. You've been away. We understand. Obviously, this is Sanchez's first race back in 3 weeks. The guy's been out of town. Hope he enjoyed his trip. I'm assuming it was business, not pleasure.
Oh,
Yes,
so
Sanchez.
Sanchez is going on the soft tyres from the mediums.
That's very early to be doing that. I think there's going to be a 2-stop strategy there. From it's not. I think he is doing a 2-stop strategy.
He
You can't
is, because those tyres are definitely not going to last until lap 28.
Yeah, there's no chance. Let's have a look up the field. Mohammed and Build. I guess he's not paying his taxes or something. I don't know. No, I'm joking. I can't say that. He's Welsh. I want Build to win this race. He's Welsh.
Yeah, it would be a very good debut for him. His full debut here. It would be very good if he wins this race. Or any of the new drivers win the race.
It would be, that's true. Obviously, the Shankly sadly leaving tier 2 halfway through last season. And Marshall coming in as well. So we only had that one Welsh driver constantly in tier 2. But now we got 2 in tier 1. But if it helps, guys, I have got a bit of Irish descent. But we don't talk about that. Invader gets past Neil Moser into turn 1. Can Neil get the switchback? But he can't because the Alpine of Grayman was blocking him from pulling out to get the switchback. And these two getting very
Those damn
close.
Welsh.
Who's Welsh? What?
What?
CDM, shut up. I could say a lot about where you're from and your heritage, but it's probably best I leave it because of the current circumstances in the world.
Yeah, as we have a very close battle here for P3. Between these three drivers of Neil, Invader, and Grayman, yeah, all within a second of each other.
It is true. Obviously, we want that Alfa Romeo to be coming up the order, and obviously you want that Haas to be coming up the order because your prediction was Invader to win.
Yeah, but I'll take a podium. It's close enough. But obviously P1 is the main goal. That's where the most points are.
It is P1, 25 points. And you can't go wrong if you get the fastest lap either, an extra point. Oh, and Bill getting very loose on the rear end there as he's battling Mohammed. Lost a bit of time, but he didn't spin luckily, so he's still in the battle for P6. We got Grayman catching up to Neil Moser as well, but other than that, Team Red 13 seconds ahead in the lead of this race.
Yeah, so obviously he's going to need to pit soon off them softs, but he's managing his tyres really brilliantly here.
He is, and I don't think any of us expected this, considering he DNF'd in his first race for OBF1 in the season finale in France. Obviously, we was unaware of what exactly happened, but he seems to be doing okay today. Obviously leading the race, and he's been leading for a good couple of laps now since Invader spun. I think Invader will want me to stop mentioning that, but it's a hot topic at the minute, mate. Speaking of Invader, he just sends it past Mank and keeps the position. No chance Mank was fighting that back. The time penalty situations, they've all got 3 seconds, apart from the ones that do not have the penalty symbol next to their name, the black and white flag. So them drivers being Team Red, Grayman and Build.
Ooh.
As I said that, he gets a 5-second time penalty. I've got to stop with these commentator curses, really, haven't I?
I think you do. He's going on the hard tyres, so he's going a distance on his hard tyres there.
That's going to be an interesting choice. We all know how them hards feel in this game, especially around this circuit. It's not an easy task to do. Anybody else wanting to fight? We have got a lot of cars close to each other. Well, I wouldn't say a lot close, but we got Retho and Mohammed currently battling for the lead of the Grand Prix. I'm joking. They're battling for 6. They
Poor
don't
guy.
need
Hearts. Emoji astonished face.
Somebody's put a shocked face in the chat, and it is Callum Hayes, or as we know him, El Shakal. El Shakal. Obviously, Mohammed has run out of his ERS. He's very low. So is Ratho, to be fair. But Mohammed, man, they both got the DRS from cars in front. Mohammed catching up to Unbuild. Unbuild wants to get a move on if he wants to get a podium in his first race. His tyres can go to the end. He's just got to keep his head down and go all out. As Invader gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings. Is that 6 now, Kieran?
I do believe it is 6.
As Unbuild gets a 3-second time penalty.
Now, what's interesting here is Grayman is the only one without a penalty.
And Grayman
But obviously, track limits around here are questionable.
It's very difficult to keep inside these track limits.
Speaking of which,
we're just
commentators
handing out curses tonight. Jesus, that's what we like. We like handing out the curses. And we've just handed one to Greenman as he gets a time penalty. Now the whole field
entire grid
has been penalised for at least one track limit violation or more. And apart from someone, I can't remember who it was, but they got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
That was Team Red.
That was Team Red. Team Red. And obviously we got Mosh and Invader both on 6 seconds. So that's 2 track limits penalizations being handed out there. But the whole field is separated by a second. So it's going to be
Please don't mention me on comms if I'm doing relatively well. The curse is strong tonight.
I've not said anything.
Well, you've got Kieran on comms tonight by himself, so... Is it when you mention them, or is it when I mention them that the curse comes alive?
I think it'll be me mentioning it on comms. I think so. The curse is strong tonight. It
So
really is.
If you want to
I don't know what to say anymore, just in case I curse someone.
So, when you're doing comms on the Tier 1 race, if you want to mention every single driver, bar me and Jim, that'd be fantastic.
Right, so what happens to all the other drivers? Are they all DNF?
Well, they'll do something, or they'll have so many track limit penalties that me and Jim will be first and second.
I wonder why you want P1 and P2, huh?
Constructors! That's why.
Don't mention me.
Don't mention me. I can't promise anything.
Your chat later is just going to be hashtag don't mention me. CDM.
Yeah.
We don't need to mention you. You're going to hit a pit wall at some point. That's
Speaking
what you
of which,
do, mate.
Sanchez did that.
We have our first driver that's within a second of the car ahead. Mohammed Guna is that car. Oh, my phone's gonna die. That's not ideal, guys. I don't need it. It'll be okay. So, it's gonna be interesting. Mohammed's now dropped out of the second. Did he get the DRS? I don't think he did. He did get the DRS. Lucky guy, lucky guy. Which means he's going to close massively up to Unbuilt now. Obviously, anticipation, adrenaline rushing through both of their veins as they try and fight for position. Mohammed's car looking very responsive in the corners compared to most cars. As he catches up massively, as Unbuilt gets another time penalty. Is Unbuilt going to say, okay, I won't fight this position and I'll use Mohammed just for that DRS so I can maybe catch up to Team Red, as Mohammed gets the same thing as well. The fight is back on. There is no thought of I can do this now. It will be let's fight and fight to the death, because they've got 6 seconds of time penalties. As I said, that Mank gets another time penalty. It's time penalty galore. The stewards are having a field day with these time penalties. Mohammed sends it. He gets the move done. Red flashing ERS light as well. But Unbuilt has lost 5th place to Mohammed as he spins. The Welshman is around. The Welshman is around.
He had a little bit of contact there, I believe so, but it wasn't intentional. I don't believe so.
If it's okay with you, I'll send you Ralph. You can borrow him for the night. It'll make you feel better. Speaking about drivers battling each other, we got Mosh battling with the Sanchez that hit the wall.
Oh! I'm Build. Coming out the last couple of corners, smashed right into the wall and lost his front wing there.
I guess he didn't want Ralph.
Will definitely need a bit there.
He'll definitely need the Ralph later as well. I'll send him your way, man.
Did any of us mention? Oh, he just sped through the pit lane there.
Wraitho has got a 10-second gap between Mosh, so he's going to overtake Mosh now as he's in the pits.
Ralph?
Ralph's going to get drafted. Just saying.
It's not too good for Unbuild, but there's plenty of laps left to make up a couple of positions.
There is. We've got 12 laps, if I'm correct.
13 laps.
Maths
If you
is
include
strong
the
with this
last
one.
lap.
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot that lap existed, to be honest. That's just a cooldown lap for me. So the field is now separated by more than a second again. We've got two drivers pitting. Obviously, they come making their final stops now. So we've got Invader in second pitting as well. He's going on the hards. The hard tyres. With only... Really? Okay.
Ooh.
So... that could be a controversial choice for the Haas team. Have they done a Ferrari kind of strategy here and messed Invader up? Or has he got them pace on the hards? We won't know until we get to the end of the race. As surprisingly, we are near the end of the race, Kieran. It's season 4, opening round. And out of the 10 drivers, none of them have actually DNF'd. We're nearing the end.
Let's just hope nothing happens. In the final stages of this race, and no one DNFs.
We know that commentator's curse is strong tonight, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I haven't just jinxed that.
Well, let's hope you haven't.
But this could be...
Oh! Mank not getting his braking zone correct there. A collision with Mohammed there. But luckily there was no damage caused, I believe. They both banged tyres. So that's luckily.
I think there is a bit of damage because Mohammed is pitting. Yeah, he's got... Well, I guess he's very angry. He just took out that pit limit sign. He's got... What tyres is he going to go on? Does he have softs available? He does.
Oh, Sanchez! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, what have I done? Sanchez, I'm sorry, man.
Oh.
The commentator's curse. We have a safety car. Oh my god. I'm just gonna... Oh, it's in the pit lane as well. He's blocking the pit lane entry, Sanchez is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, things are gonna get spicy. So I feel sorry.
The commentator's strong, and I mean very strong tonight, as we get our first safety car this race.
Just as I was talking about it. Wow.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming as soon as you said I didn't want anyone to DNF. Nobody's DNF'd. But it's very unfortunate for Sanchez to DNF. First of all, he crashed into the wall, on the pit entry wall, lost his front wing, boxed, and then, obviously, unfortunately, lost his tyre this time round. But obviously he has had time off for personal reasons, I believe so.
Yep. Well, either personal or business. I just know he was out of town, so he wasn't on his game. So he could be a little bit rusty, which is fair enough. But luckily, it was a wall and not another driver. But unluckily for him, I don't know if he'll be classed as classified. So I think he might miss out on that 1 point.
Ooh, so as all the drivers use the safety car to their advantage to pit box now. But what's interesting, Team Red and Invader are looking to change from their hard tyres.
I'm rusty. I can't even handle a pit
So they
entry.
will be going on the mediums, both the drivers here. So it's very unfortunate what happened with that incident with Sanchez there, very unfortunate. But... oh! If you heard anything like that, don't worry. So, as Neil will lead the Grand Prix for the last couple of laps behind the safety car here. Our very first safety car. So the only driver on the hard tyres is Raytho here, so he is on 5 lap old hards here, so they will last to the end of the race obviously, but they're the slower tyre compound out of the tyres here. So as
Siren, my mother heard that and said, dirty bastard.
get a couple of laps under the safety cars, drivers look to keep their tyres warm here. As we have got... I can't even handle a pit entry. Don't worry, you won't be the only one. I've done that plenty of time. This is why I'm a commentator. And the commentator's curse is really strong tonight. Everything I've said, everything that Kieran said, it's come true in the race, so... what else can we curse? Another driver's gonna DNF. Oh boy. As all the drivers getting bunched up under the safety car now. This will really help out Mosh, who's been back of the field for most of the race. This will really help him see if he can make up a couple of positions. As Raytho comes into the pits now to change from his hard tyres. Will he go on the softs or the mediums? It's going to be interesting. So he will be going on the mediums now. He comes into the pits and then exits. Raytho comes out of the pits. Behind his Ferrari teammate Mosh, so Mosh is looking to make up a lot of places after that unfortunate start to the race. So what's interesting here, obviously we got 4 drivers on the soft tyres, and then all the rest of the field, 6 drivers are on the mediums. So it's going to be very interesting for the soft tyre runners, whether they're going to look to push those tyres to maintain their positions or gain positions.
I forgot to unmute myself. Right, CDM, what did your mother hear? Fuck! Can't believe I've done this. I've been talking as well, and I've just...
Talking to yourself?
Yeah, I forgot to unmute myself. I have to clear my throat.
Right. Okay.
What I was saying while I was muted is correct. The safety car's coming in this lap. Oh, yeah, CDM, let me know what she heard, because I don't know why she's calling me that. That's a bit rude.
Oh!
Neil going
Was there any contact there? I don't believe that was just my game desyncing. Ignore me. I thought there was contact there as...
I know Neil gets to control the pace, but that was extremely slow. Which is a little bit strange, but I guess he wants all the advantage he can get. Obviously, the Mercedes has peeled in, so he can go when he wants. And he's probably going to drop his foot down now. He has. Can he gain a gap between Grayman? Or is Grayman going to stay nicely behind him and wait for the DRS to be activated again in a couple of laps' time? But Invader has his chance at winning this race. As I thought Grayman went very wide then, but he didn't. Well, Invader's still on to win the race, look, by the seams of things, as it stands. Your prediction could still come true. He has got a 6-second time penalty, and the two in front only have 3. But he only needs a 3-second gap between him and Neil and Grayman to win.
Yeah, but anything can happen around this race, especially tonight with the commentators' curse.
It is strong, and I've just wrecked his chances. I shouldn't be. I just should just shut up, and we should just watch the race. I think.
Yeah. I think we should just commentate on what they're doing and not predictions.
I think that's the truth. As Neil Moser, though, has got a 2-second gap. So he's almost clear of that time penalty. We have Invader right on the rear end of Grayman, trying to stick his nose through. What have you noticed?
I have noticed that Mohammed had a little bit of collision with Mosh there, but I believe it's desync again because there's no damage on his front wing.
It could have just been a little tap that you saw. It might not have caused damage. Obviously, damage being on standard tonight, as it always is. Monaco's going to be an interesting circuit. That could have been something we talked about, actually. The race calendar for Season 4. We could have talked about that. Ooh! Invader almost rear-ending Grayman there. I had a little bit of a cold brown because I was on the wing cam and it was scary. Obviously now Invader...
Nothing happened though? Nothing brown, no?
No, nothing brown, no. No, I've already experienced that today. I'm joking.
Now this safety car has helped out Mosh a lot.
It has. Mosh is making a move as you were talking about him. He's overtaken Unbuild, but that overtake has left Unbuild vulnerable to Mohammed. He's vulnerable for an attack. Mohammed right on the rear end. He pulls out to make a move. Unbuild going very defensive, but obviously done it nicely. And they go side by side. I don't think he's made the move stick yet. He hasn't. They're still side by side. Can Unbuild keep the position, or is Mohammed going to get it? Mohammed gets the position.
No, I think he lost a little bit of traction. I believe so. That's why he lost some time. A couple of tenths there to Mohammed, but brilliant move by Mohammed.
Yeah, by the looks of it, you're not wrong there. But that has caused Wraitho to be able to be right behind him, as DRS is enabled because Neil has crossed the line for the 23rd lap, which enables us to start the race again. As I always say, and as we appreciate it always, if you're watching, don't forget to subscribe. If we like it, if you want to get joined in, just leave us a message on Discord.
Grayman! Oh, I'm not sure. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't think that's going to be a safety car. But I think
No.
the driver that hit him when he spun has damage.
Yeah, that was Invader. He spun on the straight, which is unusual coming out the right of the turn 3. Smashed
I know.
into the wall. But
Right.
the funny thing is about this, right? I said no other driver's going to DNF. That's what I said earlier on in the stream.
I'm going to stop you from commentating on Tier 1. It's too risky. It's too risky. Right, so as we get back to the action, Team Red's making a move on Mosh. He makes it stick nicely, but Mosh is coming back. He sticks his nose out. There's no contact between the two. I am short on breath. My nose is extremely blocked, so I do apologise. And now Mosh is vulnerable to attack from Mohammed, but I think Mosh has got the position secured, though. P5 secured. Team Red got P4 secured, and the interesting thing is, this shootout is not a shootout anymore, as Neil Moser is now nearly 7 seconds ahead of Invader. So Invader has got no chance of winning this race as it stands. But, now that I've said that, that could all change. As Mosh makes a move on Team Red, he manages to make it stick. Mohammed Guna trying to make a move, I think, as well. No, Mohammed's a bit too far back. He looked closer from the rear wing angle. But obviously, these few laps are quite spicy from these three drivers. And Build as well, right behind his brother teams. And Build. Ratho, sorry, in the Ferrari. Brother team, sister team, whatever you want to call it, some sort of team.
Alfa Romeo. He's in the Alfa Romeo car.
Yeah, I was talking about is Ratho in the Ferrari, obviously being the sister team to Ferrari, Alfa Romeo. You know what I mean? Kind of.
Right.
I don't even know what I mean. Leave a like, leave a comment, say hello. Again, when you get involved, we could use a few more drivers in tier 2 if you think you're around that pace. Obviously, we use from 95 AI downwards, I believe, is the benchmark for tier 2. We don't have a tier 3, we have F2, but obviously we all race in that. It's a interlinked kind of thing. Invader with a 3-second time penalty, really pushing now, so that's 9 seconds Invader has, I believe, right?
Yes. I'm totally not disappointed.
And Unbuild 12 and 11 seconds. I did not realize they had that many time penalties. That's interesting to see where the final position is going to be. Ratho really does need to, I say he doesn't need to attack, but they're all within a second of 4th place. Well, of the car in front, which means they're all attacking for 4th place. This is a big battle for 4th. Ratho and Bill, Team Red, Mohammed and Mosh, all in DRS range. As Team Red falls out of the DRS range, this curse is not very nice.
It's not, no. It's really not tonight.
Can he get back in DRS range is the question, as it looks like Mosh was going to think about sending it there, but he doesn't. He thinks better of it. He thought maybe the move's not on, I won't try it. I don't want to risk it.
Oh, Ratho gets his braking zone a little bit wrong there. As he gets a slight tap to unbuild there.
And Bill with the time penalty again. Not what we want to see. Mohammed with a time penalty as well. Obviously, he's pushing that Red Bull as hard as he can. He wants to get as many places as he can. But Team Red, no penalties. That could help him big time here. He's got a 2-second gap to Mohammed. Mohammed on 9 seconds of penalties. And obviously he could potentially get P4 with the time penalty situation. Team Red can get P4.
Yeah, it looks really good for Team Red. Obviously served his 5-second time penalty in the pit lane, so yeah, it's looking really good for him at the moment. For his full time ratio. For his first one.
It is his first seated race, obviously racing as a reserve last season, as it was only the final race when he joined. But it's interesting to see from that race to this race to see how they're doing. Obviously, Grayman retiring in both, reserving in France, and there's an overtake going on as I say that. Unbuild and Ratho fighting it out. There's a little bit of contact. Unbuild pushing Ratho a little bit wide there. There's no damage to the Ferrari, it looks like, so it looks like they might be getting a bit too heated, them two fighting for positions. Obviously, if one of them's got a bigger time penalty, is there a point in fighting for position? Because you will have that position regardless if you don't have as many seconds worth of time penalties as the car in front of you.
Siren in quicker than you
Yeah,
on time
it's,
trial suck
it's
that.
looking really good for Neil at the front here. As we come down to the final 2 laps. But
Sorry. CDM, time trial means squat when it comes to league racing. So, I don't know what you're on about, because you're going to hit a pit wall. And you're not in an Alfa Romeo. So, just remember that. I'll be waiting for you to DNF saying CDM retired. And I hope Kieran laughs at you when you do. So
I mean, let's just find out.
I want to hear, oh, CDM's hit the pit wall. He's DNF'd, he's missing a wheel.
He is missing a wheel, oh my goodness.
Speaking of missing a wheel, I almost broke my
There
steering
is
wheel.
2 drivers that are missing wheels.
2 drivers missing their wheels. We are on the last lap. Neil Moser has just started the final lap of the opening round of the Tier 2 Championship here in the US of A. And do you know what that stands for, Kieran?
What?
Winner. He's 8 seconds ahead, Neil Moser. And the car behind him, Invader, has 12 seconds worth of time penalties. He could coast to the finish line here, pretty much.
Oh, as Mohammed. So it's looking really good for Team Red, yeah?
It is. There's time penalty galore. He has fallen back a bit. He's taking it easy. But the drivers in front all have time penalties.
He could get a podium.
He could.
And Mohammed gets another 3-second time penalty.
Obviously, Mohammed and Mosh pushing each other to the limits. Going side by side. They both got DRS. What's the ERS situation looking like? They're both burning ERS. Mosh has none in the tank. It's on red and says 0. But manages to stay ahead of Mohammed in that Red Bull. Mohammed with 15 seconds, Mosh with 12, Mank with 9. So, the interesting thing. Okay, Mosh with 15 now.
That's going to drop them all the way down to P8. No, it won't, because of the time penalties. Ignore me. P6.
Mank sitting in third with 9 seconds, 14 seconds behind the leader. Team Red is only 18 seconds behind the leader with no penalties. As they finish the race, Neil Moser wins the race. I think Team Red gets a podium.
P2.
He's got P2. That was a crazy race. He's going to be delighted with that finish. And Neil in the McLaren absolutely soared this race. Invader got off to a great start, but that spin ultimately ruined his race. As we see them celebrate a selfie. Oh, the disrespect. Oh, the other drivers are going to be fuming. I know I would be. So that is it for OBF1 Tier 2. Obviously stick with us soon for Tier 1. I think we'll be going live in a good couple of minutes, but we will be live. Stick around, don't miss it. Subscribe. Check the about section. Our Discord link's there. If you want to get involved, come join, and we'll get you fitted in for a trial. We're only our first race in, so we got 15 races. Monaco's on the calendar. That'll be exciting. Imagine winning Monaco. See you guys then.